Hi, my name is Alex Roca, and I'm here to show you SeedGeist, the generative IP application in conjunction with CivitAI to help keep your IPs coherent. So when you open up the program, the first page you're going to land on is the library, which is great if you're already working on a seed project. But today we're going to make our own seed project. And before we do that, we're going to connect to CivitAI. And because I've already connected in this run through, it's going to be automatic. So we're going to hit the connect button. It's going to take some moment, and then we're in. All right, now that we're connected, we're going to start up a new project here in the system section of the sidebar. And we're going to select new project. And this new project is going to be a breakfast mascot campaign. And your IPs can be any range of things. The number of modules we have in the library is large and getting larger, and ranges all over most mediums. Okay, now that we have our new project put together with a name, and we're going to put a project purpose. Create a colorful breakfast cereal mascot. Now that will get added into the seed, but the major factors of what makes your seed is going to be these modules. So we're going to continue flow, and that's going to bring us back into the library. Now in the library, you'll notice we have a whole bunch of categories over here. And this is where we house our module selections. And from the module selections, we have 704 modules at this point, but that catalog should be growing and should be becoming more specific as SeedGeist is getting ready for launch. So over here, we'll start off in generation, and we'll go into world building. And in the world building set of modules, we can flip between grid, list, and compact view to help us get through this. And we'll go ahead and select some modules. So there's breakfast morning ritual. There is character system for mascots. There is also animal helper reciprocity. So this mascot can be a colorful animal mascot. Let's look into visuals. Color palette, seasonality, and creature should be selected. And we'll go ahead with flower color signals. We want this mascot to be very colorful. All right. And then out of these, that should be enough to put together a seed. So we're going to go into the composer next. So in the composer, we can see everything that went into what we just selected. We have supporting modules, animal helper, breakfast morning ritual, character system. We have central models, color palette, seasonality, creature, and flower color signals. And as you go down, we can check to see the health of the seed. So structure is all right, conflict checks, there aren't any conflict checks. Module fit and output relevance all seem to be fine. And at the very bottom of Composer, we can see the medium affordances and suggested creative variables. Now these creative variables come out through the modules that are selected, but the medium affordances are always a range that is selectable from any IP with any module. So we're going to go ahead and select television, and comics for the actual visual representation, and anime-esque as well. An all CG cartoon would be a good addition to this. Now that we've seen what goes into our seed and made a few selections, we're going to be able to have a full readout of the seed. What is this seed? A seed composition shaped by color palette, seasonality, creature, flower, color signal, animal, helper, reciprocity, breakfast, morning ritual, and character systems. So we have everything from the modules laid out into a human readable section. And then once we're happy with this, we can move into possibilities where very small micro variables can be changed within each of the major module sections. So we have facet emphasis should be body form. We should go ahead and add in morality. And then for the body form, I believe bait and switch for a character that likes to try and steal the cereal like the Trix Rabbit. All right, now that everything is good to go, we're going to go into generate, and we're going to see that we're ready and we're connected into our own CivitAI account. Alex Roca Toolworks is mine, and this is the time in which we logged in earlier. All right, and this asset specific guidance is where we're going to enter our own partition of the prompt. So a colorful mascot flower character stealing cereal. All right, and these prompts can be saved as guidance for later usage in this specific IP project. And under that, you're going to see the prompt that's derived from the modules that we selected. And this prompt is rather long, but it has all the details of what we want from our modules. And underneath that, we have the actual CivitAI controls, or we can select our capability. So as of right now, we have image generation, video generation, image upscaling, video upscaling, and a number of others. But there are a lot of generators that are available to CivitAI, so this will be growing. And after we've selected image generation, we're going to go ahead and select our model and put in the rest of our details and preview the cost of this generation. Now, these generations can be a number of different things, and they can also be done in batches. So the preview cost is to assure that you're spending the right amount of buzz for the right amount of output. You'll be able to see that preview cost up here, and that's 12 buzz for this one generation. We're going to prepare the confirmation for that generation, and we're going to go ahead and submit that to CivitAI. And at this point, we wait for the generation to get sent to CivitAI and then be retrieved from CivitAI in our next workspace, Assets. Once the job is complete, we're going to automatically be taken over into Assets, where we can view the generation that just went through. All right, and now that our generation is complete, we're sent over to Assets, where we can go ahead and see the generation of our mascot trying to steal the cereal of which they are the mascot for. And that's great. You can switch through grid, list, and compact view to see the rest of your generations. And those generations can be a number of things, like I said earlier. And that's the general run through of how to get assets from your seeds, which are compiled of many modules that you select and alter according to what you need. The final tab here, Project, allows you to see all of the selected modules that you took. Then it also allows you to export a markdown or JSON of the dossier and the project set exports. Everything else is checked out, and that's the full run through. If you want to see your other projects that you created, perhaps your MIB redone, then you can select that, continue into the flow for that exact seed, and then you can see your generations in the asset tab for this. Select which one you want to look at, and then you can also make iteration notes and set that up for an iteration. That is it for today. Thank you very much.